Hi guys, my name is Nikita Butoma and I want to tell you again the story about our consciousness and about our psychology, about our psychological behavior. What is strange with our psychological behavior, you might ask me? Let's remember the great mystic of 20th century, aurobindo Ghosh, or Sri Aurobindo. It was a great teacher of us and was a follower of Advaita religion, which is kind of Veda, kind of Hinduism, and is related with the common Indian tradition, which included the worship of gods such as Shiva, the Trimurti Shiva, Vishnu, and Krishna, and Brahma. And Brahma. Krishna is an avatar of Vishnu, so it's considered to be. What I am to say you about this? Aurobindo wrote that when he was digging inside his psycho and try to reach heavens, maybe in his psycho. Remember, we was saying about chakras and about the flowing of energy, and probably he was trying to reach a lowest point of energy. Remember, I was saying that there is a Hara chakra inside my belly. Yes, it's 2 inches inside my top point of belly, and so it was a kind of it was kind of source of energy in imagining in how yoga's masters and Eastern teachers describe it. It is a kind of source of energy, and energy is flowing, is rising, is flowing up. And so when it reached Sahasrara, the 7th chakra, we feels our entity with the universe and became like a god, maybe. I have said that I think it's a holy crap, because the energy may flow up, may flow down. It depends how what are you reaching to. If you reach to maybe to be with the universe, we choose the reaching your energy up. And maybe if you may be speaking about your entity with other people in emotional level, you must open your Vishuddha, or maybe Anahata chakra, or maybe Manipura chakra. So it is all emotional levels. This is it's Ajna and Sahasrara is our levels of mind, and this is our emotional levels, chakras, which are related to our emotional levels. So we open it, and we must be equal to the other people in emotional statement, and we can understand their emotional statement and respond correctly to it emotional asking. So it's not a point. It's not a point. It's about Aurobindo. What was reaching Aurobindo? His task was to clean her mind, to reach the heavens, to create a new existence of our psyche, of his psyche, and after that he would be teaching others, his followers, and they would be reaching that new statement of mind. But he suddenly realized that the cleaning his mind is including the cleaning his body, and it took him many years to clean his body, and it is not been finished. Why? Because he suddenly realized that when he starting when he starting to clean his body, and when it seems like possible to him to clean it, the whole pot of dirty, he is describing that suddenly the obstacles were arised. More and more obstacles were arised. What obstacles? He described that it was like his body suddenly became connected with body of others people, and the dirty of others people became flowing in the pot inside his body, which he just now cleaning it, flooding with the dirty of other people. And he said that in his mind, in his opinion, we all have one body. We all have one body. It is amazing. It is amazing admission. It's amazing admission. But we can't put it aside, and we can't pay no attention on this amazing, because this admission is it's really amazing, and we must to watch it from a microscope to understand what he just had said. So he said that he was cleaning his body and was failed. So he died not to clean his body, and he died not to clean his mind, and not to achieve his goal. So what was his goal precisely? His goal was to achieve immortality. Of course, it's a common goal of all people in the earth. So it was his goal, and so he had failed to achieve it, because the pit inside his body, or maybe inside the common space inside his body and inside his mind, was flowing when he emptied it. And so it was a problem. It was a very interesting problem. What is the relation between the separately person to the other persons, what was the common body which he was describing of, and what is the problem with that. So I can see it that way. So maybe we all have the common body, but it's not the point, because the more sensible, more simple to suggest that we have something inside our psyche which is hidden for us in our common life, but its influences, its reflects to our behavior. All seconds it reflects to our behavior. And when Aurobindo Ghosh had described what he just had digging, what he had just have reaching from inside his mind, he was describing it as horror. It's absolutely horror, and he was relating his horror with our past lives as primitive live creatures. He was explained it as our memory, which was written in our cells, the memory of surviving, against all nature, the surviving the small fish, then the surviving maybe the dolphins, then the surviving the high animal creatures, then the surviving the prey meats, then the surviving of our human creatures. It was the 20th centuries, and he may be wrong, because now we well known the new knowings, new things that are related to our past. And what I'm saying about, I'm just saying that we was created as not a human bodies, not a human creatures. We was created as slaves by our reptilian gods, and we must understand our position. Our gods were our fathers, our gods were our mothers, our gods were our creators, and we unfinished grateful for him for that, because we became created as a human, became created as a consciousness, and that consciousness had put on us on the purpose, because only the consciousness creature can produce the any things which it creature have been ordered to do, and only the consciousness creature can provide to follow the orders and understand the orders of God correctly. That is why he share his wisdom, his DNA wisdom, his DNA cells, his DNA bloods with us, with that purpose. But they didn't forehead on this process. They didn't expect such a result as we are. What result? That result was that we became a possess consciousness, so we understand who we are and understand what place we all get in that life, in our life, what our life is, and we understand what the purpose of God's is, and follow His orders, their orders. So what we was suffering our position, we was understanding our position, and we was suffering from it. Suffering a lot, because for our gods we still live only an animal, only, or maybe not an animal, but a hybrid, became something dealing with hands. Our great mother, which is called mother, mama, mommy. It was our mother Ninursag, which is named in Sumerian religion. Ninursag, who was reptilian officer of medicine, who was created us, and they have admitted, which is described in Sumerian text, that my own hands was dealing that, was handled that. I had handled that our humans with my hands only. By the way, and with the wisdom of God Enki, who was the supervisor of that operation, but the hands of our mommy, Ninursag, have done that. So our gods to gift us of consciousness, they not consider that it is a gift for us. It is a needs for us to understand their orders. And to understand their orders, we firstly need to be died, to be punished, to be killed. And God maybe used us as a tools, and maybe just for imagine he can order us to put that thing in our hands and to put it so, and to leaves unmoved, and to get that thing in that position, he step by step filling the space we are sitting at with maybe a melted iron, a water, something which is solidified, and beton, and we still was sitting and keeping that in our fingers, and became and understand what we are doing, and understand what God is doing to putting us into death, and that understanding that we are only a thing, and understanding that we are the thing, but we are the thing who possess the conscious, and who understand his position. It's unwearable, unresisting statement, absolutely unresisting statement, and we was crying inside us all the time we were existing. We was crying, and we were weeping, and I don't know what we have done, but our existing were unbearable, and that so precisely that feeling of us were written in our cells, in our psyche, in our natural net. That is what I am saying you about, and that is what I am knowing and thinking about it. It is why we have a horror inside us. It is why Sri Aurobindo had failed, because that horror inside us, it is firstly deeply inside us, and secondly, it is everywhere inside us, everywhere. It was a point. It was itself our life. It was our life in all its delicate or undelicate details. It was everywhere. That is why it's hard to be removed. And when it cannot remove that memories, we can feel it. We would be stronger with that memories to understand that what is it, what was it, and became stronger. We must aim high. Thank you very much.